Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Panda, welcome to my channel, and here with me today for this You Think You Know stream, it's Paula Deming!
It's me! Hello! Yay!
Welcome and thank you.
I think we should immediately point out to everyone what we realized
Oh yeah,
just
let's do it.
now.
Are you ready?
Which is
gonna
we're
stand up.
literally
Yeah.
wearing the exact same shirt.
Like, I was like, even setting up, I couldn't see the shirt on Paula, but then she stood up and was like walking around like, oh, we're wearing the exact same
Like,
shirt.
wait a minute, yeah, mine's hard to see in the
In the cut.
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. In the framing.
Sorry, I'm like, my internet is doing a whole thing, so I'm just gonna close some windows to try and keep it from messing up on our end, but hopefully it's fine.
Yeah. No worries.
Whatever I was saying, who knows?
If you don't know Paula, if you don't know this series, this is called You Think You Know series, and that's because I use the questions from the You Think You Know Me game to ask interview questions, and this is the brainchild of Anna Maria, who is the owner of Violet Daisy Games, and then Pink Tiger and Violet Daisy Games sponsors the stream, gives me a little something, and yeah, it's been so much fun. We had some wonderful people, and I'm so excited to have Paula on. And thank you so much for taking your time, because she was just streaming right before the stream.
Yes, indeed, I was. But that's fine. I meant to end earlier than I did, but I got caught up and I played a little longer. So.
It's totally fine. It's Stardew Valley. We all understand.
I don't want to stop.
Yes, exactly. Let's say hi to people in the chat. Of course, Paulo's in the chat, but we have Reality and Tantaralis and Cosmic B and BB2442 and Deadpan and I don't know how to say this one. Svitska? Do you know how to say?
Stefsekla?
Yeah. Hi, thank you so much.
That's how I've always said it.
Hey, Ben Osteen. Yes, twinning. I know. Is the stream buffering? Yes. I am dropping a lot of frames and I don't know why. I don't know why. Let me try this. About that chat. Might be my internet. Because I was just...
Mine has been awful lately.
Yeah. Let's try that. Ooh. And then the stream health is okay. It's okay. So hopefully that will help a little bit. But anyways, yeah, Twitch can't cope with the t-shirt twinning.
Yeah, that's right. We've created a is that a paradox?
Are we?
We've created a paradox.
That's so funny. But yeah, I don't know if I can fix it. Let me just put that in. But we will continue on, and then they can watch the thing below, afterwards, the VOD.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sticking around for this. VOD
might sort itself.
Yeah. Can you type and talk at the same time afterwards?
Can I type and talk at the same time?
Yeah. Like, type something, but say something else.
Boy, I like to think that I can, but I don't think I can do that, actually.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Super Confused. Good to see you. Yeah, so, I guess, why don't you introduce yourself and say a little intro that you're so used to doing, because I know you do it everywhere. And I want the long version, Paula. I don't want the short version.
You want everything?
I want everything.
Oh gosh, it's embarrassing. Okay, hi, I'm Paula Deming. I make board game sketch comedy called Things Get Dicey at my YouTube channel, which is actually my name, Paula Deming, where I do other things. I do the occasional top 10 list. I do board game playthroughs. I sometimes do like silly strategy videos. Then I live stream on Twitch. I stream both board games and video games. I have a YouTube channel with my friend Kat called Gallifrey Gals, where we do reactions. So we watch TV shows or movies that maybe both or one of us has never seen before, and we react to them. I am on a podcast that has won a Golden Geek called This Game is Broken. It is a board game comedy panel show with Matthew Jude, Dave Luza, and Nick and Mike Murphy. It's super fun. We just hit 1 million downloads like yesterday, and we are about to release our 200th episode, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I have done other podcasts which aren't happening anymore, but I've done Death by Monsters, which is a kind of like cryptids mystery podcast, and Remember, which was a history podcast. I contribute to Watch It Played. I contribute to Game Night Picks, which are both board game YouTube channels. I also play tabletop RPG, so you can listen to me playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, is a podcast, Blood of the Wild, with the Glass Cannon Network, and a variety of other things on their YouTube channel, a bunch of different systems. I play Call of Cthulhu right now on a brand new podcast called Push the Roll, which you should check out. It's incredible. That's all I can think of. There might be something else that I'm forgetting.
You're an actress?
Sometimes I do things with Good Time Society. Oh, and I'm an actress. That's why I'm in Los Angeles.
But sometimes you do improv shows too, right?
Oh yeah, I do improv and musical improv, though it's been a while since I've done those consistently. But I do improv sometimes with some like indie teams, nothing affiliated with the main theater.
But also if
And I do theater sometimes.
Yeah. And you do sometimes at cons. Like, I remember one Dice Tower Left, you did the musical improv. It was fantastic. It was amazing.
Thank you. It was so fun, and everyone was really, really, had really good reaction to it, which made me feel really nice, because I did musical improv about board games all by myself, which is not how you normally do improv. You don't normally do improv by yourself. It was super fun, so.
The Captrobatic, oh my gosh, aerobatic puzzle games is here in the YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Hello. I tried a new thing where I'm streaming to 2 YouTube channels and Twitch, so maybe that's also the.
Oh, that might be part of the dropped frames issue, Amanda.
Oh my gosh.
You're streaming to 2 YouTube channels?
I know,
right
we're trying. I'm trying, anyways. Oh man. Is lost audio, or is that just a me problem? I don't know. It is popping on my OBS, so it might be a me problem. It's probably a me problem.
Streaming, it is not easy to run all the things.
I know. But like, I think on my end, everything sounds good, and it looks good at least. Yeah. Okay, so I've randomly picked all these questions. We're not going to go through them. Feel free to not answer any of them, but there's all these questions in here. So there's a bunch of stuff. I'm going to shuffle this up so it's random, and we'll see what pops up. And you can always say pass if you want to.
Got it.
Okay, so first one is, I know you would or wouldn't want to live forever. And I think that you would not want to live forever, because you would not want to outlive all your family and friends.
Whoa, but what if I could make new family and friends?
But
I think you're right. I think I would not want to live forever.
But long, maybe.
I mean, like, it's really tricky, right? Because, like, I also don't really want to die. But even if I'm like, okay, I could live forever but not get old, like stay like in a body and a mind that continues to function well.
Yeah.
Even if that was an option, I don't know, I feel like living forever could potentially be almost like a curse, right? Like if you're the only one living forever, then all your loved ones do eventually leave. And then what? I mean, you can make new loved ones. That's fair, but then like when at a certain point maybe you've experienced everything and you're like, I'm just tired. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm just tired. What's next? And if everyone can live forever, then we got a real environmental situation on our hands. You know what I mean? Like serious overpopulation. So I think we are meant to have a limited lifespan for a reason. So as
Wow,
much as
that's
I
a good
don't want to die,
answer. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I should live forever.
But I think I would rather have like a nice 25, 20-year-old body for like 100 years. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like I'm not saying like not a long time. Extend my life, yeah,
Yeah.
to like 100, 200 years
Oh,
maybe.
200
But maybe
years.
not like for all of millennia,
Yeah.
for all of time.
What okay, so they're saying on YouTube, what if you could touch your family and friends, thus extending your immortality to them?
See, it's tricky because again, if we can all live forever,
That's true. But it would be only
issues
you
come up,
and your
right?
friends. Would that feel bad?
Yeah, see, now we get into a moral quandary. If I'm able to spread my ability to live forever, now I'm playing God, deciding who gets to live and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that responsibility. No, thank you. I pass on that power. I pass on it.
Oh my goodness. And BB 2442, yeah, says purple worm.
Oh, this is a thing I do that I forgot about. Sometimes I do live improv D&D shows, Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill, with the company Beetle and Grimm's.
Thank you. I'm glad
That
you
was a
found
thing
something
I
else.
do sometimes. I was like,
You're a very
this other
busy
thing.
person. Like she writes all of her sketch comedy.
Look.
And she like stages it in her home, but then you have to take down and put up, and yeah, it's a lot.
Oh,
You don't even have
boy.
a studio. Like you have an office, which people
Yeah, I
don't
film-
know.
Yeah.
Our
see it here.
like our streaming setups are so small most of
Yeah.
the time. Like you
Yeah.
don't know how in a small area we actually are.
Yeah, you're like, there's a reason you can only see so much, or that I might put a screen behind me for some of it. Like, I'm trying to block off what's happening in the rest of the room.
Yeah, Ben, I know. I'm sorry. It might be better on YouTube if you want to hop over there. I'm trying on Violet Daisies. It's a trial thing, but the VOD will be perfect. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Kim, good to see you. I do need more power. Okay, so that was a good answer, Paula. That was a good answer.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. I like that.
The next one is, I know you. If you wrote a fan fiction, it would be about. Oh. I have no clue what you would fan fiction about. Maybe Stardew Valley? Would you do a Stardew Valley fan fiction?
Ooh. Stardew Valley is not a bad guess, I feel like.
Are you that into blueprints?
I don't think I would do like a blueprint fanfic. There's not enough there for me to want to extrapolate out, though I could see how other people might. I mean, Stardew Valley maybe, honestly, the first thing I thought of actually is the fanfic that I need to hunt down and read because I know it exists, but I could write my own. I think I would maybe write like Avatar: The Last Airbender fanfic and change up. Spoiler alert for everyone if you haven't seen this, what I think is a 20-year-old show. Have you seen it, Amanda?
I don't know. You didn't say the name of the show yet. Wait, did you?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, yes. I love the animated series.
Yes, the animated one specifically.
Yeah.
I would probably write some fanfic where perhaps Katara and Zuko end up together as they should. As is their right, as is what is natural, as is what is clearly the writers were trying to do all along, and then we're like, actually, but no, we're not. Like, they all wanted it subconsciously. They were writing it in there. So that's the fanfic I would write, because that's what I want. I just want to live in a world, frankly, where Katara and Zuko end up together.
That makes sense. Hey, John. Hey, Cribbage More. Okay, so I've stopped the Violet Daisy one stream, so hopefully that will help. But I don't know if it does or not. So we shall see.
I bet it will, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, people always we gotta always try new things, and
you do gotta try. You gotta try and see. That's the only way to know. And then next time you can make some adjustments to like the bit output, whatever, and try again. Yep. That's what streaming is. That's why it's live. It's like, who knows what's gonna happen? It might not work. Half the time my streams don't work,
Yeah. It's not a Twitch stream without some tech issues.
It's not a Twitch stream without some issue, honestly.
Yeah, and John just tried to scare us both with air horn noises, but haha, I have not done the virtual audio cable yet, so we can hear it. John's still trying. He's gonna try, and then one day he's gonna catch me, and it's gonna be hilarious.
And it's gonna be very clippable, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Reality says I get you used to it if you are forever for it. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is
yeah.
I know your first job was. I don't know what your first job was, but I think because you're an actor, that your first job has to be like a server at a fast food restaurant or at a restaurant somewhere because all actors start there.
What a great guess. So I guess it depends on what we consider a job. I would say the first, So obviously, like growing up, I did a lot of like babysitting, but I don't know that counts. Like you get paid to do it, but you didn't have to like interview for it and file paperwork, and it's like not through the government, right? So babysitting probably doesn't count. So my first actual job, actually, you're close. My second actual job, job. No, this was after. I guess it was my third. Y'all, it's hard to keep track when you do a lot of different things. I have worked as a barista in a drive-through coffee shop.
Okay.
So you were not super far off. But I think technically speaking, that was probably my third job. My first job was as a summer camp counselor through the Parks and Recreation Department where I lived. For summer camps they would put on every year for teens with disabilities.
Okay.
And
nice.
I did one that was specifically like a theater performing arts focused drama camp. And it was an incredible experience. I did that for 2 summers. I did that job. And I think that was my first proper, like, I interviewed and I got a paycheck and I did training and I had to watch, like HR videos and stuff like that job. And I think technically my second job is I had an on-campus job at my college, where I worked in the housing residence life department, where I just would like answer phone calls of like parents. Y'all, the number of parents who call for something that their college-age child should be calling about. They're like, my daughter's washing machine in her dorm isn't working. And I'm like, first of all, she should be reporting that. Second of all, we can't help you with that. That's contracted through someone else. There is a phone number on the wall above the washing machine. Or you get a lot of people calling in that are like, I keep trying to call my kid's dorm room and they won't answer. Can you, like, call? I'm like, we cannot. If they are not answering their phone, like it's a privacy thing, I can't give you access. I can't give you a different phone number for them. I can't make them call you. I can't call them and tell them to call you. Like, I'm sorry. They probably just don't want to talk to you. Like,
oh, dear.
I can't force them. So I had a lot of I dealt with a lot of parents on the phone in that job.
I don't know. I feel like everyone needs to go through home ec. Just like balancing budgets, what to do if something breaks in the house, We
don't really get taught those things, right? And I mean, there's still so many things now. Thank goodness for like YouTube and Google. Because I can look up something. Because otherwise I'm like, I'm 40 and I don't know how to do this thing because I've never had to before and I didn't get taught it by anyone. Yeah. So now what do I do? My dryer broke. It was like, what do I do? Do I just buy a new one? Can it be fixed? Can I fix it? Like, it's, no one knows anything.
I know. Like, the more we have access to information, the less remember.
Right?
Exactly. Oh, that's so funny. I can totally see you as a camp counselor. You have definitely camp counselor vibes. And I was
I've
thinking,
done a lot of camp
yeah.
counselor jobs.
And I was thinking like, now there's like dance classes for like theater kids dance classes where anyone who just wants to act it out can learn those things. It's so fun. Yeah. And yes, I put a link to Pink Tiger Games. This is the You Think You Know Me game. That were questions that we're using. Okay, so the next one is, I know your favorite romantic comedy is. I think you are a romantic comedy girly. But I have no idea what your favorite romantic comedy is.
Okay, well, this is great. So this is also just one of my favorite movies. I love it, and it happens to be a rom-com. And it's While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this one?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock, Bill Pullman, other recognizable people who you will know, whose names are escaping me at the moment. But it's also like it takes place at like Christmas time and like around the holidays. It's so good. They do not make them like Sandra Bullock movies anymore. They just don't. I think that's a great one. There are other rom-coms that are really good, but that I think is one of my favorites because I love like Bill Pullman is like exemplifies a lot of what my type is. Like kind of like just physically what he looks like, but also that like kind of slightly like dopey nice guy.
I don't know your husband. Yeah. I guess I can see that in your husband. That's so funny. Oh man. But yeah, if you don't know the premise of the movie, basically like one person's the guy's in the coma, he wakes up. Yeah. And doesn't remember, but Sandra Bullock just happens to be there and they fall in love, even though she never really...
Well, they think... You're close. Okay. There are a few little things there. So, Sandra Bullock works at, like, a train station, and this guy gets, like, knocked off the tracks and knocked unconscious, and she saves him from a train. So then he's unconscious in a coma, but she's at the hospital there. But she's always had this unrequited crush on him whenever he comes through and buys a token for the train, but they've never spoken. So she's just in the hospital, and she says, ugh, I was going to marry that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, like, because in her head, and a nurse overhears and thinks that they're actually engaged.
I don't remember this.
And tells his family that this is his fiance.
Oh my God.
So the whole family thinks this is his fiance, and she's like, what do I do? So she just kind of doesn't know what to do and goes along with it while this guy is in a coma. And when he does wake up, he's like, well, I don't remember. I have amnesia. But while this is all happening, she actually falls in love with his brother.
Oh, dang.
So now it becomes very complicated. It's so good. It's so good.
Man, there was that whole like decade of like, Sleepless in Seattle, while you're like that whole like genre. I don't know if Hallmark movies really hits the spot as well.
You can have some Hallmark movies are very good and some are not. Actually, here's another thing I have done. Is I have a like audio drama podcast / like radio play that is basically a Hallmark movie.
Oh, that's
It's called Deck the Halls with Matrimony. My friend Ashley Quach wrote it, and I play the lead character. And my best friend in it is played by Keiko Agena, who was Lane in Gilmore Girls, which was let me tell you, your dream come true to work with her. She's amazing.
That's so awesome.
And it's like a rom-com for your ears, and it's the best version, I think, of what like a Hallmark Christmas movie can be. So
go listen.
That's another thing I've done.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I want the long version. I know you've done a lot. Oh, okay. So do you prefer waffles or pancakes? I have no idea. I kind of want to say pancakes because I think you're a classic. But...
I do think probably I prefer pancakes. Waffles have their time and place for sure. But I think, pancakes are what I typically go for. If I'm going to choose a bready breakfast food. I would pick pancakes.
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing. I prefer my pancakes with like just butter on them.
Oh.
I put very little maple syrup on my pancakes, if any, which is a weird thing.
Thank you for the phantom laugh, John. There you go. You have
That's how I'm
double.
imagining it sounded.
It was like more like deeper. It's like whoa, because you know.
Whoa,
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Have you done like voice acting?
I've done a little bit, but not a ton. I mean, I did for this like audio drama. But I've never actually managed to really do anything for like animation or video games. I've done a few little voiceover things for like some board game commercials and some like little things like that. But nothing too significant or like knowable, I guess.
I kind of want to go through your IMDb now. Just pull up something really old.
Oh man, a lot of it is nonsense on there. It's like
That's hilarious.
random web series I did on YouTube 10 years ago, you know, or like, but there's a couple legit things on there, but not a ton.
Thank you so much for joining. If you need to head off, thank you so much. But I'm glad you got to catch some. If you want to see the
Bye,
whole
Sis
thing, yeah, we got the VOD, so feel free.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Okay, so I know you prefer whiskey or gin. I don't think you like, well, I don't think you like either. Are you a tequila person?
I'm not. Tequila and I had a bad moment in college, and it's been bad ever since. Like, I'll drink tequila in a margarita, but like just like anything that's too based in tequila, it's just not. No, and I'm not a big gin drinker. I would prefer whiskey over gin, and actually would. I do enjoy whiskey. So yeah, definitely whiskey over gin, and I would drink whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually this new like nerdy company, Quest's End, and they do whiskeys like themed after like different like D&D classes. So they have like a rogue whiskey and a whatever, all the different ones. And I got a bottle of, I think it was like a dragon themed one, and it was really good. I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I was in
But I don't like scotch.
Okay.
I like whiskey, but I don't like scotch. So.
Interesting. Bourbon?
Oh, yes. I prefer bourbon over whiskey for sure. So I would say bourbon, then whiskey, and then scotch is like way down here.
Where's vodka?
I'm not a big vodka fan. I guess like the clear ones don't do it for me. Vodka, I feel like I'm drinking like a cleaning product, honestly. Like
gotta be mixed in something.
Yes.
Okay. I know one of your favorite new TV shows is. Ooh. I mean, now it has to be like
TV shows. That's tricky.
Yeah, it has to be streaming, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you even have time to watch it unless you're watching it for the YouTube series. The reaction series. Oh my gosh.
That's where I watch a lot of things.
I'm watching Quantum Leap right now. That one's good.
Oh yeah, the original?
No, the new one.
The new one. Are they still, is that actively having new episodes?
I just saw, like, I think series 1 is up on Netflix.
That's cool. I remember they were talking about making it, and I wasn't sure if it only got one season, or if they're like, if it has more, or if like everything's so crazy because of the like strike and everything. There were shows that like I thought were gonna happen and then didn't, or were gonna happen and then waited, and now they're happening. So. And
then with Netflix, you never know. They just, even if it's a hit, they might cancel. Oh.
Yes, it's so annoying.
Yeah, not TV show, but have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
Oh, yes, I have, and it is so good. I love K-pop. So, I watched the movie, and it's great. It's such a good movie. I think it's really well done.
Yeah. The new one was canceled after the second? Oh, no.
After the second season.
That's sad.
Well, you can enjoy 2 seasons of it.
Yeah, exactly. So what are new TV shows you're watching currently, Paula?
Okay. Well, these, I'm going to consider them new because they're actively putting out new episodes. I watch a lot of old TV. Like, I'm watching Frasier for the first time.
Oh.
And I'm watching, like stuff like that. I watch a lot of old stuff. But, I I have two. I really enjoy Abbott Elementary, though I'm not caught up on it. I'm like a season behind now, I think. So I need to catch up before it like gets taken off of whatever streaming platform I'm watching it on. And I will say that the first half of the first season, I kind of had to push through. I was like, people love this.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really, people say it's really good. I'm just going to like watch the whole first season because I really was not vibing with like the first like 6 episodes. But then it kind of found itself. And then I felt like it got really good. And I'm like, yeah, it deserves the Emmys that it's being nominated for and winning. I think it's such a good show. And the other one is a Netflix show called F1 Drive to Survive. Have you heard of this show?
Wait, who is starring that one?
Well, it's a docu-series, so it's basically reality TV about F1 race car drivers and their team leaders and the companies and like the politics behind what happens at all of these different teams and then the races themselves. And it's on its like 7th or 8th season now, and I'm not fully caught up on it. It's so good. We started watching it, and I was like, I do not care about this. This is a bunch of rich dudes driving cars. I don't care. I don't need to watch a bunch of filthy rich people doing something dangerous. But I tell you what, Amanda, that show is so entertaining. The editors on that show earn their paycheck. I don't know how they take this footage and they craft such a narrative out of what's happening. Like, who's going to win the race? And this episode is about the top teams. So they're fighting really hard and disappointed if they get 3rd place. But the next episode might be the same race, but it's about the teams who aren't doing as well. They're always in the back. And so if they get to 10th place and they're like celebrating and really excited. And it's so interesting and it's so stressful and I love it. And it makes me want to get into actual F1 racing. Like now I'm like, should I try and go to a race? Should I try and go to an actual F1 race? Like, I now am a fan of the sport because of this reality TV show. It's so good.
That's so funny. Yeah, people in chat are loving Abbott Elementary, saying you have great taste, Paula. So do you watch any of the cooking shows?
I love to watch like that style of like reality TV show, like competition.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think new Great British Bake Off episodes have started posting on Netflix, but I haven't watched any of them. But I love the Great British Bake Off. I love like Project Runway, which there's a new season of right now that I've seen a couple episodes of. But I like to let it build up because I want to be able to watch like 5 in a row.
Yeah, you're a binger.
That style.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 I feel like I'm a binger now instead of like, you know, when we used to back in our day, it was like a weekly thing.
Yeah,
and
you have to wait a week, and then a whole summer in between seasons.
I know,
and
I hated
that. Not how things kind of work anymore. Yeah.
And like even books, I'm like I have to wait a year. Like the day it comes out, I finish the book, and I'm like I have to wait a full year.
Yeah,
it's kind of terrible.
I was just reading a series. So here's another new show actually I could talk about. It's an anime called The Apothecary Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Jude turned me on to this. He was like, I think you would like this. And he was right. And I liked it so much that I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and there was a manga that the anime is based on. But the manga is based on a series of light novels. Which is just like short serialized novels. And so I started reading the English translations of the novels. And there's like 19 of them. And I spent the first half of the year and I just flew through them. And then I got to one and I was like, wait, this is the last one. The next one's not coming out until October. So now I've just been waiting and I'm so angry that I don't just have one to immediately start reading when I finish the last one. Oh.
Yeah. While You Were Sleeping is the Sandra Bullock movie.
Yes.
Sir Bearsworth.
Yes, Sir Bearsworth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why sometimes I'll like stop in the middle and leave the last 2 episodes or the last episode to finish right before the series starts or something.
Yes.
But I remember like back in the day I would have like 4 or 5 series I'm watching because you needed at least one per day and then you would have something to see every week. Or like I would have
like Monday night you watch this, Tuesday night you watch this, Wednesday night you watch this. Yeah.
But
Friday
all
night
the
you watch TGIF.
I know, right? But there's like so many good Friday shows. Friday was always the busy show. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, so the next one is I know you think selfies are. Now you take a lot of selfies, right? I mean, for your content. For your
Yeah,
content.
you gotta take selfies to post yourself doing things
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram. I tell you what, I would put fewer pictures of my face on my Instagram if they got more likes.
There you
The
go.
pictures with my face in them get way more likes, so I'm like, y'all made me. Y'all made me do this.
So she
Yeah,
likes
I don't mind a
it.
selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a certain charm to a selfie. You know, sometimes you're taking a picture and someone will see and be like, "Oh, do you want me to take it for you?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't
Yeah.
actually. Like, I kind of wanted this to be like a selfie vibe.
Yeah. And plus, like,
I also,
you
yeah,
get closer to the other person because you know like more arms, so and so they have to like get closer to you. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
style for sure.
yeah, totally. Um, I also think if we're gonna talk about selfies, that like I think people are like, oh, this is a modern day phenomena. It just shows how self-absorbed Gen Z is or whatever. Everyone just taking pictures of themselves. And I'm like, I mean, we were doing selfies before we had front-facing cameras. You just had your little digital camera, you turned it around and you hoped you were in it because you couldn't tell.
I remember
Right?
Polaroids, selfieing with Polaroids. You had
Yeah.
no clue if it was gonna turn out. Yeah.
But did that? People have been painting self-portraits for all of time. So honestly, the selfie is not some new phenomena that is like the harbinger of the fall of humanity. Like we've always been doing this. So hush. That's what I say to people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So that's what I think about selfies.
There you go. There you go.
You can answer this one pretty easily, I think.
Board games?
Yeah,
Is that the only thing you collect?
What else do I collect? Yeah, I mean, it's the thing I probably have the most of, for sure. And it's out of control. I need to get rid of stuff. I'm gonna look around. I have some Funko Pop head things from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have books. I like books. So I have a decent number of books, but I have a lot of board games.
And
And I
probably
have a lot
video
of video
games.
games in
Yeah.
my Steam library that I haven't played.
Is it like too much if it's digital? Like, like if it's digital, it doesn't take any room,
It's
right?
digital. It's not taking up room in the house, right?
exactly.
So like I feel like you can get away with having more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to start, calling and selling, and it's a whole thing, and
It's
oh my goodness.
it's hard to do as well, and then also like it also takes time.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
So like I did earlier in the year, I sold like 100 games, just
Oh.
over 100 games.
Wow.
And I'm already at a point where I could probably I need to get rid of probably 100 more. There's just too many. And because, of playing games for work, I get sent a lot of new games on a fairly regular basis. So I might get rid of a few and then they're immediately replaced by something else that I need because I'm streaming that game or I'm making a video about that game. And so there's just a lot of games that start to pile up that that would actually get played if they belonged to someone else.
I know, those 4 games. Yeah, I've only done 25 so far. I think I need to do at least another 200, so it's a thing. I feel like you are very patient, Paula.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you think that? What gives you that vibe?
I don't know. I think it's your camp counselor vibe. And plus you have kittens. And cats need patience.
That's true. I think I'm patient for some things. I think I'm patient with people.
Okay.
Maybe. There are other things I'm really impatient about. Like I don't like waiting.
In queues, in lines?
just like for anything. I don't want to wait the thing and I want it now. Like I bought it and I want it now, or I want
Uh-huh.
that thing to show up, or I want this work to be done already, or I'm like, I could do this. Like I could do the work of culling more games, but I'm impatient. I don't want to spend the time it's going to take to
Mm.
do it. And so I think when it comes to tasks, I'm very impatient.
Oh.
But I try to be patient with people. Sometimes I don't always succeed. Sometimes I get cranky and impatient.
I don't know why people are calling you Hermes. Like BB2448 says Hermes, and
Oh,
then
this is another thing. So one of those web series that I did,
ah,
I did a sketch comedy web series before things get dicey, called Zeus School, and it was we did a whole series of like if we were Greek gods, but in modern day high school, and I played Hermes in that. Was
where
the
is
Greek
that? Can
god
we
that
find that
I.
on
That's on
YouTube?
YouTube.
Is it on your
Yeah, you go to
channel?
YouTube. No, I think it's on its own channel. So if you typed in Zeus School, you could see it. Um,
I feel like I
yeah.
have a playlist of just me on other people's channels. Like if
Mm-hmm.
they put a video of me and I'm in their video, I feel like you need to do that so that we can just find all the other stuff that you've
I
done.
have, it's funny. I have some playlists like that for other things, but I've never actually connected back over to Zeus School. That's funny. Um, Yeah, that would be interesting. I have some stuff in there that I'm proud of. I wrote a lot of those sketches and I directed a lot of them, but not all of them. And I'm in a good chunk of them. But for what it was, like I'm proud of what we put together. With that, it was a group that I was working with, and it was fun to like come up with these ideas and write them together. And then we spent like a week and we filmed
All of it? Oh
like
man.
16 episodes or something in a week.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really fun. It was a good experience. That probably led to me feeling like I could start making things get dicey because I did this right before doing things get dicey.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you don't know, a lot of that time, like TV shows are like that, where they just film a whole bunch of episodes at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
that actually gave me an idea of like, you should do a comedy where like you and other actors are the meeples in games, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like
That's
a worker
interesting.
placement. Like, oh my gosh, he took the, and then you're like, where am I gonna go now? Or like if you are, the because what is it? Not Tea Dragon, Flamecraft, right? You're like, I need to
Mm.
go to this shop and go shopping for this now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I think that would be really funny too. But that'd be
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
It's kind of like, did you ever watch anything the channel Inside the Box
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
It's kind of they kind of did a little bit of that in
Yeah.
their videos. Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is, I know you prefer the city or the country. I feel like you're suburbia. You're in between. Because didn't you start out as a country girl in the
I grew up in
Midwest?
North Carolina, but
Okay.
we always grew up kind of in the suburbs of a big city, so
Yeah.
Raleigh or Charlotte. Though I went to college in the mountains, which was very small town, very country. I do like the idea of the country, but I think you're right, maybe a bit more suburban because it's nice to be near things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't always want to be right in the middle of like the city bustle.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was like 20, I was like, yeah, I want to live in an urban area. I want to have an elevator up to my apartment. I want the grocery store to be downstairs. I want that. And then I like got a few years older and I was like, no, I want somewhere I can park my car. So I was into that for about 5 years of my youth, and then I grew up a little bit and changed my mind.
I know, it's like once you have your own car, it's hard to go back to like not
Yeah.
having it. I know you're an introvert or
Mm.
extrovert. I feel like you are an introvert, but you can act
Ooh.
extroverted.
I think I have. This is always really tough because I don't really know. I think I have extroverted tendencies and introverted tendencies.
Okay.
Like, I really think I'm like somewhere in the middle. Like, they say, if you're an introvert or an extrovert based on, like, do you feel energized by interacting with people or does it deplete you?
Yeah.
And I feel like I get too much interaction with people and I'm like exhausted. But then, like, a day of being only on my own, and I'm like crawling out of my skin wanting to interact with someone. So I don't know. And actually, I think a lot of like actors and performers are introverts who have like extroverted moments. Like, I love to, I have no problem getting up in front of people and talking at all. But that's way easier, I think, sometimes than talking to people individually.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually talking to those people.
Yeah. And I think the pandemic
So,
showed us
yeah.
like introverts are okay like talking to a screen and talking to other people that way
Mm,
than in person, which is interesting.
yeah.
They're saying that maybe you're a flash overt, an introvert
What's
parading around
that?
with extroverted tendencies when necessary. I think I'm the
That's interesting.
I don't know if that's the thing. I think I'm the opposite. Like I'm
Yeah.
extroverted because when I'm with people, like especially friends, then I'm like very energized and I like need
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time to like relax and go to sleep. But with introverted tendencies, in that I don't want to deal
Mm.
with random strangers. Like
Yes.
they just
No,
like
yeah, I
yeah,
don't either.
they
Really don't
drain
want
my
to deal with
energy.
random
Yeah,
strangers.
yeah. It's like I'm.
Like, I rudely avoid my neighbors. Not because they're like anything's wrong with them. I'm just like die at the idea of having to make small talk.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like I just need to go to the mail and like no one see me.
Yeah, I'm like, just put my garbage cans on the curb and then I gotta get back inside because I have a meeting coming up. And if we make eye contact, you're gonna talk to me,
I
and then I'm gonna be
know.
late for my meeting. I'm trying to do a thing.
So apparently,
Oh,
flashover is both ways. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting.
interesting.
I never heard of that, but yeah. I feel like also the older I get, the more introverted because I just want to. I don't want to deal with stuff.
I think there's definitely something to that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think there's definitely something to that.
I know your favorite cookies are. Oh, I think we've talked about this before. Um, Snickerdoodle is the first thing that comes to mind.
Snickerdoodles are good. I'm glad you didn't guess chocolate chip because I'm not a big chocolate chip cookie fan. Which is weird. Most people
Why?
love chocolate, but I'm like,
Yeah.
it's basic, you know? Like, I would rather eat almost any cookie other than a chocolate chip cookie. But my favorite cookie is peanut butter cookie.
Ah,
The
okay.
snickerdoodles are really good. Like, especially like soft. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Or like a ginger snap.
Oh.
Yum.
It's
Oh
coming
my
up
gosh.
gingerbread season, so.
It is. We're gonna be in October before you know it, and
I
that's
know.
crazy. What's your favorite cookie?
Oh god. A good, well-made one? I don't know. No raisins?
Yeah, like any, as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Flash
But
of It
like
was
you
made
make
of.
great cookies.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know,
Like
like,
a
she's eating my
warm,
chocolate
soft chocolate chip
chip.
is really good.
I
Or
have.
chocolate chip with like walnuts in it.
Oh, see, I never thought of
Mm.
doing walnuts in it. But I have a
Ooh.
recipe that's for like a really soft chocolate chip cookie. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like puffy soft. And then my friends
Ooh,
love it.
yeah.
And then they took roasted marshmallows and put it in between the cookies.
They made it like a s'more. That's the way
But
to
with
do it.
chocolate
That's
chip
it.
cookies,
Solved. It's solved. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember last year I made you some and it was straight out of the oven. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
We'll have to do it again this
I'm
year.
thinking about it right now. I'm like, oh, that would be good actually.
We'll get some peanut butter for you. Oh, Flashover is a made-up word. Got it. Thank you so much for letting us know. But if you were in a band, I feel like you would be the singer. You would either be the singer
Yeah.
or producer.
I think the singer. Technically, I'm not probably good enough of a singer to be the singer in a band.
What?
But I'd be the singer.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't think.
I can play a little bit of musical instruments, but not well enough to be like, yeah, that's what I would be doing. Unless your band needs a trumpet player, in which case, if I was in that kind of a band, I would play the trumpet.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Oh. Is that what you
'Cause
did
that's
in
what I
high
used to
school?
play.
Yeah.
Mhm. I have it. It's back there somewhere. I still have my trumpet.
Do you still play?
I don't play actively, but like I can play. But if
Okay.
I were to like want to be good at it again, I would have to like kind of
Right,
practice and
right.
get back up to snuff. But yeah.
That's cool. I know you have. Oh, I don't know how many siblings you have. Oh wait, are you an only child? Do you have only
Do
child
I give off
tendencies?
only child energy?
No, you do not give off only child energy. Do I give off only child energy?
I feel like you give off either only child or oldest.
That's so funny because I am I grew up as an only child, but I have two half brothers and one older and one younger than me. So, but
you
I am
grew up only child.
definitely a mom type, so I can understand the oldest child because I take care of people. Yeah, I get it. But how many siblings do you have?
So I'm surprised the middle child,
Oh.
which is why I need so much attention. And I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Oh, okay. I can see
Mhm.
that. But you're technically the baby girl, right? Even though your
Yes,
brother,
and
younger
I
brother's
was the baby for 7 years until my little brother came along and ruined my life. I love him. If he's watching for some reason, Alan, I love you. You know.
It's a sibling thing to, talk bad about each other. Oh man. Oh, would you rather be an architect or an astronaut?
What an interesting question to ask.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, like one's exploring, one's building. But like almost two different
They're
skill
so
sets.
different.
It is so different. Yeah. And if you don't know, Amy from Pink Tiger Games wrote all these questions. So
These are great questions.
I feel like you would want to be an astronaut because I feel like astronauts are more creative. Well, although architects are creative too. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I don't know. What would you be? What would you prefer to be?
I actually think I would prefer to be an architect.
Mm.
Because it is that kind of thing where you're like, have an idea, you put it on paper, and then it gets made, and you get to see your idea made into a physical thing, which I think is really cool. The other thing about being an astronaut, look, I will not lie, I did always dream of going to space camp. Do you remember space camp? It still exists.
Yes.
But it was definitely like a thing you could win as a prize on a kid game show, like a week at space camp. And I was like, that is so cool. But in reality, I am claustrophobic. And so I think going into space would be not ideal for me.
Yeah. I actually lived in Huntsville, where the space camp is, and I never got to go. It was like one of those things. If you live close enough, your school never did the field trip, even though it's very close, type of thing. So yeah, it's very sad. I really wanted to go.
My parents have just moved to Huntsville or the Huntsville area.
Nice.
Yeah, so I will go there at some point to visit them. I haven't gone yet.
There's no adult space camp. Oh my gosh. Hey Ashwin, good to see you.
Man, I want an adult space camp.
I know.
I would do that, so I don't care. I will drop thousands of dollars and go to adult space camp.
That'd be so awesome, though. That'd be so awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. Do you prefer cake or pie? Ooh, I feel like that's a very hard answer for you. That is
a hard question.
Yeah. I don't... I'm gonna say cake. Oh, no. See, I feel like it's like a time of the year. I feel like this time of the year you would totally be a pie person, and then the rest of the year you would be a cake person.
You know what? I think you're spot on. Yeah, as we get into fall and the holidays, pie. Yes, I want pie. But there's sometimes you just want cake. I actually crave cake multiple times a week. I'm like, I want cake. But then when I'm eating the cake, I'm like, it just doesn't live up to what I was craving.
Oh no! I feel like that's the same way as coffee.
Never as good.
Oh. I feel like coffee is the same way.
Frosting person.
Oh yeah.
I want more cake, less frosting.
But do you like the Chinese whipped cream frosting? Have you tried those? Yeah, see that's better than a buttercream. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, the whipped cream frosting is absolutely the way to go.
Yeah.
Do you know who makes a great sheet cake with that whipped frosting? Costco.
What? With the whipped cream frosting?
Yes.
Holy crap.
It's so good. Y'all,
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Playing.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. There's a Chinese bakery that does like it's a sponge cake, but then it's layers of crispy, like thin crispy flakes, almost like in the Napoleon, and then the whipped
Ooh.
cream and then sponge, and that's it. And it's so good, but you have
Oh
to
my
get like
gosh,
the
it
whole
sounds
cake.
so good.
Next time
Yeah.
we meet up, I'll do the thing,
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
get it. Let's get this cake.
But I'll definitely have to try the Costco one. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Honestly, because I used to do, in addition to doing like summer camp counselor stuff, I have worked for a couple of different like birthday party companies.
Ah.
And one in particular did like, we'll do everything. We'll bring the cake. We'll bring this. We'll bring like, we will do it all for you. And so we always got our cakes from Costco
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
that. And then I was eating a lot of birthday cake, working at this company, and I was like, man, it's so good. And parents would always be like, where did this cake come from? And I'd be like, y'all, this from Costco. It's so good. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you ever done the princess circuit? Like, have you ever been a princess?
I've never been a princess, but I did once have to take a gig with one of my birthday party companies where I was in like a mascot costume.
Oh.
I was like knockoff Mickey or something. And it was a nightmare. I have so much respect for anyone who has to be like a mascot.
Mm-hmm.
That is not easy. It's so hot in there and you can't see.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like you can't really see and you're surrounded by small children and you're trying not to step on them and bleh. It's tough. That's tough work.
Yeah. Here we go. I know you prefer to stay home or go out. I think you prefer to stay home.
I think
you're a
I prefer to
homebody?
stay home too.
Yeah.
There are things that are really fun. I'm one of those people like if I'm out, once I'm out and I'm doing the thing,
Yeah.
I'm having a really good time.
Yeah.
But sometimes the idea
Oh,
of just
yeah.
going out and doing it, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
rather
one
not.
step behind you. Like the idea of getting out of bed is like daunting, but as soon as I'm out of bed, it's fine. But the same thing, like I do not want like I have to like have like 2 or 3 things to do outside the home, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out. Yeah. Isn't there an Avatar RPG?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
There is an Avatar: The Last Airbender. There are multiple board games of
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, and there is a TTRPG which I have on my shelf over there that I backed on Kickstarter a couple years ago and have still never played. Like a good gamer, you collect these things and then you never use them. But one day I am going to play it because it seems awesome. Look, I'll grab it. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I always do that too. Something knocks and falls down. Funny.
So.
Yeah. Nice.
And this is the adventure guide. Maybe that has actual scenario, like campaign in it.
Ah.
Oh, so cool. I just opened it up and immediately saw like a character I recognized, and I'm like, that is so cool. Look, you can just like be Sokka.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe interact with Sokka. I mean, it's awesome. I haven't played it, but I'm going to. I am going to.
Would you GM it? GM it?
I probably would. Just to get it played, I would probably have to GM it unless I knew someone who also had it and was willing to GM, and then I would make a character. But I think I'm at that point in my life where for a lot of my games, I'm like, if I want to get this played, I have to run it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, reality's like, don't worry. Reality was being sarcastic.
Got
if
it.
only Avatar was a board game and a TTRPG too.
Yeah. Levi is asking, are you good at balloon animals and face painting?
I am bad at face painting unless we're talking about very general stuff. But I'm decent at balloon animals. Like, so for part of these parties, I did have to do balloon animals, but it was always really basic stuff. I could do a sword, I could do a dog, I could do like a bunny, I could do this is how it was taught to us. For the boys, you call it a ray gun. For the girls, it's a hair dryer.
What? Oh
Yeah,
my
people are
god.
stupid.
That is
Um, and so I could do a few things. I could do a flower,
oh.
really basic stuff. Not like the stuff you see people do now, where they like use 8 balloons and some markers, and next
Yeah,
thing you
yeah.
know, you have like, what's the like Abu from like Aladdin, you know, and you're like, you have a minion, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, it looks just like it. I did. Here's a fun story. I was at a birthday party doing balloon animals because that was like a side thing. So the
Mm.
main thing we did, we had a little show we did with bubbles,
Oh, okay.
and then they could also add on face painting and balloon animals for like after the show. So that's why I was like, oh, I only sometimes did balloon animals. So I had a kid ask for an elephant, and I was like, okay, I I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can do an elephant, but I can try. She was like, okay. And so I did my thing, and I thought it turned out pretty good. And I handed it over to her, and she looked and she went, well, you tried. And walked away with it. I was like, fair. Honestly, fair.
Oh my goodness, kids and their honesty.
Oh,
Oh, that's
man.
so funny.
Yeah.
Uh, when you were a kid, you wanted to grow up to be a.
I've been a variety. This was a variety of things. So you have a couple of different things you could guess and still be right.
I don't think you wanted to be an actress as a kid. I feel like. Let me think. Maybe you want to be a like a veterinarian or a zoologist.
Hmm.
Or let me think. What would little Paula be? I don't know. I honestly have I don't know. A teacher maybe.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing I ever wanted to be was a clown.
Oh, okay. So
Which
close
tracks,
to
I
yeah.
think. Then the second thing I wanted to be was a teacher.
Okay.
And then I went back and forth between teacher and author for a
Oh.
long time. And I stayed wanting to be a teacher until like sophomore or junior year of high school, I think.
Oh.
And I changed my mind. Yeah, I saw the movie. Do you remember the movie What Women Want
Yeah.
with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
I saw that movie and was like, I want to do that. I want to make advertisements. And because of that movie, I was like, I want to go into advertising. And so that's what I went to college originally to do, was to get a degree in advertising. And I started taking classes, and I realized that the advertising job was more of like coming up with the ideas. And I was like, well, I don't want to come up with the ideas. I want to make it. I want to be the person making the ad.
Yeah.
So then I switched into a broadcasting degree because that's how I learned a lot of video and audio production.
Well, that's cool.
And then I was like, actually, I love acting. So that's actually what I'm going to try and do instead. But yeah.
That's so funny. But now you're kind of doing it all, right? You're doing it all. You're
Yeah.
teaching us games. You're being
That's
a silly
true.
clown.
I'm being a clown.
Yeah.
I'm acting. I'm making videos.
Yeah.
I'm doing sponsored content. That's like advertising.
Exactly.
All my dreams have come true. I'm writing scripts. That's kind of like being an author.
Did you ever write a book or a story?
When I was a kid, all the time.
Okay.
All the time. I was writing short stories. I was like working on a novel for a long time that like, of course, never got finished because I was 12, you know?
Yeah.
But yes, I was always writing stories when I was a kid.
Oh, I love that. I want to hear a little baby Paula story.
They'd be embarrassing. No way. No one can read them now. They're so embarrassing. I did a lot of, so I rediscovered because my parents sent me a bunch of my old stuff recently. And in it were some of the books I had written that I printed out and then like bound together by tying yarn through holes I had punched in and all that stuff. But really what they were just me rewriting a slightly different version, basically like a fanfic of something that I had already seen. So I would like take a movie and like write my version of it, but it would just directly steal plot points and lines from it. And I was like, this is plagiarism. But the idea was there. The impulse was there. Maybe that's how we all start, right? Is you start by copying and then you realize you can make your own idea.
Exactly. Hey, legends. Reality says Paula also was Molly Graham.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So I like how we're randomly getting reminded of things I've done. So that is the role I played in an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my god.
I had no lines. So don't get too excited, but I did have scenes and I was paid like a co-star, like someone who has lines rather than background. Um, but I didn't technically have any lines. But my character almost died from a severe asthma attack.
Oh, dang.
So I had to audition for it. It was wild. That was a wild experience because that set feels like you're in a real hospital. It's very realistic. And it made me, it actually, I got there and I was like, oh, I'm having a lot of hospital anxiety right now.
Oh,
It feels so real.
no. Oh,
And I had a
no.
moment where I was like, I'm going to have to quit this job and I'm going to get in so much trouble because I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh,
But
man.
then it ended up being fine. They had a
Yeah.
medical advisor on staff who's
Oh,
like
okay.
there to tell everyone how to do things so that they look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we were rehearsing this scene where I'm like having medical trauma. The main actors go away and the medical advisor's just there with me. And they were like, are you okay? And I was like, this is freaking me out. And they were like, okay, I'm going to talk to the actors and make sure they do this and they're not like this and it doesn't feel too real. And then I was like, okay, yeah. And it ended up being fine. But there was a moment where I really like, it was a weird experience.
Yeah, now I'm like, oh, I haven't watched it, but I want to watch the new Noah Wyle medical
Oh,
drama.
yeah, me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Pit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone says it's very realistic though. But it was funny. That
Yeah.
reminds me, I was on the Paramount like studios lot because my friend worked there and we had lunch. And this girl in like a medical gown was walking like to the store because she was on break and she's one of those, background actresses in a medical thing. And then I was like, wait, I know you from San Diego Comic Con. So we're like, I was like, oh,
so
dang. Yeah, it was just hilarious. And then, they're just walking around in their costumes because they're not going to change out and change back in because they only have a few minutes to go like buy something, which is
So
really funny. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I know you do or do not imagine the worst in most scenarios. I feel like you look for the best in people, but I feel like you might be prepared for the worst in scenarios.
I think I probably worry about like I have that same kind of anxiety I think a lot of people have where you might like imagine the worst thing. But I honestly try really hard to be like optimistic. Not in a way that's like I don't want to ignore reality, right? But I want to try and find the bright side.
Okay,
I want to
that's
see
good.
the best in whatever situation I'm in or the people I'm talking to because if you look for the best, you'll find it. If
Yeah.
you look for something positive, you find it. And if you look for something negative, you find that. So I really think we are responsible for kind of creating our own realities a little bit. To an
Yes.
extent, right?
Yeah.
This only takes you so far, but you can really like make yourself miserable by refusing to look for what might be good here. And so I try to find the best in a situation because otherwise, what's the point? Like, right? We have to go through it anyway. I might as well try and like see what's good about it.
That's a great way of looking at it, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is being twitchy. The next question is, I know you find... Oh, wait. Oh, do you find sponsored streams stressful? Like, streaming?
Ooh. I think they can be stressful. They don't super stress me out, but sometimes they can be. It depends. Like, you have to learn the game, and then if you have to make sure you're playing it right, and then you have to deal with people watching potentially telling you what you are or aren't doing wrong. I think there is a level of stress to the expectation associated with being sponsored to play something.
But generally, you don't feel streaming itself is stressful, except for the tech issues.
Only when there's tech issues, then it can be stressful.
Yeah.
Especially if there's tech issues and a sponsored stream, obviously that's more stressful, right?
Yeah.
But like, I've been streaming for almost 10, like I think it's almost 10 years. I've been streaming for a long time. And so the actual stream itself, for the most part, doesn't stress me out too much. Just because I've done it for so long.
You did it pre-pandemic, though, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started streaming a year. Yeah, I've been streaming since like 2016, I think.
Wow, that was 4
So,
years
yeah.
pre. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Maybe I should find it more stressful because maybe that would motivate me to be better at it.
You're doing great, though.
But, you know.
Yeah. You are doing great. What's your favorite video game right now?
I mean, I have been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I have been playing a lot of Stardew Valley, which I thought I wouldn't like, but I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, I mean, Stardew Valley's great. I have really enjoyed Blueprints. It's been a little while since I played, but I've been thinking about, I should go back into that and play a little more of it.
My blue Heather just
I have a love-hate
subscribed.
relationship with Baldur's
Let's go
Gate
6
3,
months.
which I'm also streaming right now. There are things I really like about that game, and there are things that infuriate me. But yeah, probably honestly Stardew Valley. I'm like playing it even, normally I only play video games when I'm streaming them. But I'll play Stardew Valley just like in my free time. So probably that one, which is very surprising to me. I thought I would think it was boring and dumb. But it's really good.
Thank you, my Blue Heather, for the subscription. It's very, very kind of you.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you for all your support. I know you have or haven't seen a drive-in movie. I would say you definitely have. Right or no? There's gotta be some in North Carolina, right? Or
I have never
LA?
done like a drive-in movie where you're like actually in your car.
Oh, okay.
I've done the kind of thing where like you
sit on
go
a
to a
chair.
location, like at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery here.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
show a movie, you go to the cemetery and you lay out blankets or you bring a chair and you watch a movie with a bunch of other people projected, like almost feels like the modern day version of a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
So I've done that, but I've never actually done a proper drive-in movie theater where you take your car, you sit in your car, buy a speaker, like watch the movie from your car. I've never done that. Yeah. It always seemed really cool to me.
Yeah. I actually never done that either. Plus, I think there's some where you just tune into a certain radio frequency.
Oh, like a radio frequency.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That makes
to
sense.
listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimma says, do ice cream sandwiches, cookies count? Like, yeah, do you like chocolate chip ice cream sandwiches? Or ice cream sandwich
Oh,
cookies?
Yeah. Yes. Those are good. But I don't think those count as cookies. Those are
No.
ice cream sandwiches that
Yeah.
have like cookies or cake kind of as part of them.
Yeah.
I do like an ice cream cake. How do you feel about ice cream cake?
I do like an ice cream cake. Yeah,
That's good.
especially like an Oreo. I like an Oreo ice cream cake.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You know what I love? I think Baskin Robbins makes them, the like Swiss roll ice cream
Oh,
cake.
yeah.
That's my jam.
Yeah. Or I'll even
So
take, the cakes with the whipped cream icing on it and then freeze it. Or like
That is
freezing
smart.
cheesecake. Oh, it's so good.
Mhm.
I like
That's
freezing
smart.
cheesecake. It makes it a little bit less sweet.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, my Blue Heather loves drive-in movie theaters. That's pretty
That's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah. I know. Oh, are you always early or always late?
Why is there no option for just being on time? Just being a person who's on time, you know? That's what I
Yeah.
want to know.
But are you always on time? Hmm?
No. I try to be, I think I'm on time more than I'm not on time.
Hmm.
Being late stresses me out. I
Mhm.
hate being late. It makes me very stressed out. But sometimes it happens because sometimes I do lose a little track of time as I'm trying to get myself out of the house. Something will come up and suddenly I'm dealing with this thing and then I'm like, I meant to leave 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So now I am late and I hate that. I hate it.
Just blame the cats. It's
Yeah.
always the cat's fault.
Sometimes it legitimately is something with the cats, but also if I probably could have anticipated it and been ready sooner, but
That's fine.
I hate being late, but I sometimes am late, and that's I don't like it.
I've always hated being late, but I've given myself grace. If it's just like to hang out with friends, then they'll understand. But if it's like for work or anything like that, or there's multiple people waiting for me, I'm always like trying to get there early. But yeah, with LA traffic and stuff, you never know though.
I would say in LA with going somewhere, I do consider if I'm physically traveling somewhere, 5 minutes past is not
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Uh, Anything past that, I'm like, oh no, no, I'm late. I need to text if I'm gonna be more than 5 minutes past.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm like, close enough.
Have you had braces?
I don't know that you'd be able to tell it from how my teeth look now. But yes, I did have braces. Because my bottom teeth are really crooked.
Oh.
They were really crooked when I was a kid, and they, after getting the braces off, they just went right back, basically. But I had braces for only like a year and a half in middle school.
Uh-huh.
And I got them off. Like, I had friends who had to keep wearing their braces for longer and longer.
Yeah.
I was good. I did all my rubber bands. I did everything exactly the way you're supposed to. And got them taken off. And they look great. Until they slowly went back to being a pretty crooked bottom teeth.
But most people don't
whatever.
see the bottom teeth, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I had the headgear.
Fine.
I had the headgear at night.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's really rough. Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, man. I know your favorite way to ring in the new year is at home with your cats and your lovely husband.
I don't know what my favorite way to do it. I like the idea of being somewhere like at a party or with people to make it feel like a celebration, but the effort of actually doing that, it's like we were talking about earlier. Like the effort of the idea of doing that, I'm like,
Would you host it? Would you host it though?
Yeah, I would host something, and I think I have maybe once or twice before. Which would be a fun way to do it, but yeah, just like I want to stay up until the time changes.
Yeah.
And then I'm good. So that's the consistent thing. As long as I'm like up when it happens, that feels like something. That feels like marking it. And then whatever context I'm up in is kind of, it is what it is.
Would you do a board game day? Like to go over?
Yeah. And you know what? I think I have before. We've had like just like a couple friends over and like played games and stayed up. But that would be a fun way to do it as well. To just like have a bunch of people over to like play games until midnight, and then obviously probably go past midnight. But yeah, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, I've kind of wanted to do New York, but it's just way too crowded, and I would want to be in the restaurant overlooking it rather than in the crowd, in the cold.
Yes.
But yeah, I've done it in like Taiwan, which is kind of nice because like there's pockets of areas you could be in and not be in the middle, Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never done anything where it's like I'm in a big, like a Times Square kind of situation.
Kim is calling me out, saying it's my ploy to get invited to this year's New Year game. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I feel like that's a couple thing, so I'm not a couple.
No, not necessarily. No. Something like that could be for anyone. If I'm doing like a party, it's not just gonna be for couples.
That's true. Have you played on a sports team? You were in band, right? So
I was in band in high school. Yeah.
But were you on like I don't know if I see you as a softball. I guess I see you more as a softball player than like a volleyball or any other sports. But did you do sports?
I've never been particularly coordinated physically.
Which is why you want to be a clown, right?
Yeah, right? I was on the track team in 7th grade. So when I was like 12 or 13, I ran track technically with our middle school track team. And that is the only year I really did a sport. Yeah. And that was it. I wanted to. My sister was athletic. She ran track. She played volleyball. So I tried to do those things too. But I didn't make the volleyball team. And track kind of just like everyone made. um, and then I just started doing more like theater. And I started taking like some dance classes and stuff like that. And just never. I loved the idea of being like on a sports team. But it was not in the cards for me.
Do you dance? Do you like dance, like classical dance?
I like dance. I'm not. So I've taken some ballet, some modern, some jazz. You know, I've done like Broadway style dance and like musicals I've been in and stuff, but I didn't take classes actively until I was like late teens, early 20s. So I'm like, I would describe myself more as like an actor who moves well as opposed to a dancer who acts. And I'm not quick at picking up choreography.
Oh yeah.
So like I really need time to like pick it up and figure it out. But I think once I do, I get it pretty well. But I'm not like I'm not a dancer for sure.
You do? Oh, you do a lot of flying, especially for board game conventions. But do you like
a lot
it?
of flying.
I'm gonna say no. I think it's stressful for you. Plus, you are claustrophobic. I would think you would need to be in the window seat.
I actually need to be on the aisle seat, but that's because I have a small bladder and I need to pee all the time, and I don't want to have to ask anybody to move for me. So I insist on the aisle seat for that reason. But flying is not my favorite thing. And I have spent a lot of time with a lot of flight anxiety, which has gotten better, significantly better. So I used to think flying was fun, and then in my late 20s, I flew from Los Angeles to Guam because my sister lived there because my brother-in-law, her husband, was in the Navy and they were stationed in Guam. So I flew to Guam, which is a very long flight. It's basically flying to Australia. And when we were like halfway over the Pacific Ocean, we hit the worst turbulence I have ever experienced on a plane, to the point that like they were in the middle of drink service and they went back and they put the carts back and they buckled up and there were people screaming on the plane because of how much it felt like we were like dropping because of the turbulence, and it was fine. These things happen, but in turbulence is like, there's a reason they ask you to buckle up, and it's because what's going to happen to you in turbulence is you're going to fall and hurt yourself that way, not because the plane's going to drop out of the sky due to turbulence. That's not really how it works, but it's scary, right? And this was traumatizing. And so I went from thinking flying was fun to having full-on flight anxiety, heart racing, like sweaty palms every time I flew, especially with turbulence. And then it's gotten better over time, and I'm much more calm now when it comes to flying, and I can even, like, turbulence can happen, I can be like, it's fine, it's just like a pothole. But there will still be occasionally things that will happen that will spike my flight anxiety, but it's gotten a lot better, but yeah.
Never fly in a small plane.
You feel everything.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, my fear of heights is because I was in, I think, the Yellowstone or one of the national parks, and you walk down those stairs. They're metal stairs, like, that are hooked to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
But you see right through the stairs, like, and I was scooting down the stairs on my butt, like, no, I can do this. I want to see the waterfall. It was just, and then I got a plane home, and I was like, oh my god, just crazy things.
I also am not a fan of heights. They make me very nervous.
Yeah.
You
have no control.
No.
But it's funny, I love ziplining. Even though I have a fear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That scares me, but would be fun. Because that's thrilling in its own way. I would be very scared to do it, but I think I would be happy that I did it.
Yeah. I know if you had to wear one color for the rest of your life, you'd choose. You have such a colorful wardrobe.
I wear a lot of colors.
Yeah, you do. There's rainbow. Like, I couldn't.
Gosh, I don't even know what color I'd pick. It would definitely be like something like a jewel tone, you know, like a dark, you know, like a this color, which isn't quite jewel tone, but it's close to jewel tone, or
Yeah.
like a deeper blue or purple or red probably. Though yellow can be nice too.
Like more mustard though. Like, yeah, like a deeper,
yes,
richer
more
mustard.
mustard, exactly.
Yeah.
All of those. I can't pick just one.
Are you in autumn? Is that what it is? Is that you feel like autumn?
Yeah,
so
I
like-
must be, right? Those are the colors I find myself drawn to and that I think because I have like really pale skin. I think those deeper colors look nicer on me than like a pastel, which I feel like just kind of washes me out. But
Yeah. We can stop at any time. We can go like maybe a couple more minutes and do a couple more questions. Yeah.
Let's do a couple more questions and we'll wrap up. I did just get a notification from my headphones that the battery is dying.
So perfect timing.
It'll be perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do a couple more. This is so fun. I'm just sitting here talking about myself. It's great.
I'm shocked that I know so much. Like, I feel like I know you. So.
I feel like you're like pretty spot on with
Yeah.
these vibes for sure. Like honestly.
I
Ooh.
know you have or haven't seen a psychic. I mean, I've seen a fortune teller, but that's like the Asian superstition, you know. But have you seen like a psychic or fortune teller? I feel like you would do it for fun, like at a fair, but you wouldn't really believe it.
I've had my palm read in New Orleans, but that's it. That's the only thing I've done. I haven't had like a proper like psychic or even like tarot cards read. I've never had that done.
Okay.
But I had my palm read.
Yeah, I've heard like the number of like where is it? These is how many kids you're gonna have, or like how long your life is, you know.
Yeah, the way your palm, like the lines cross or
Yeah.
don't cross, like means things, and the length of things or whatever. It was really interesting, and also like the way when you just hold your hand in a relaxed way, like the way your fingers lay, like means something. Like my two middle fingers just naturally sit closer together to each other. You can kind of see, but not everyone is like that, and so like I think that's really interesting. But I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, and so even getting my palm read when I was like in my 20s, I think I was like, I don't know, I'm inviting in the devil, you know, like the devil's it. Fortune tellers are like, it's the devil, it's Satan. He's gonna, you're gonna get possessed because you got your tarot cards read once. It's so silly, but so I like really stayed away from a lot of that stuff because I just had this idea in my head that it was like bad. And that's not necessarily because, I always like to clarify, that's not necessarily because my parents taught me that, but there might have been other people around in our religious community. And you have like a Sunday school teacher who says something one time when you're 8.
Yeah.
And that's now a deeply held belief you have, you know, like, so yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I took Sunday school in Alabama, so.
You're like, I know.
I know. Oh, man. What is your favorite band? I have no clue what your favorite band is. I feel like you have such an eclectic taste in music.
Yeah, I always find this kind of hard. Like, I have a hard time saying what my favorite type of music is. So I can answer this in a few different ways. Growing up, for much of my youth, my favorite band was Hanson.
Yes.
Oh man,
they're still putting out music.
Still, like, they are. They've been putting
yeah.
out music. They never stopped.
Yeah.
And I still enjoy their music. I enjoy them less as people now than I used to. They do some things that I'm like, I don't know about that. But I love their music, and their later, I mean, they have great music beyond that first album they put out in 1997, right? Yeah. One of my other favorite bands is the Avett Brothers. They do kind of like a rock and roll bluegrass kind of vibe, and they're so good. I love their music. Really great if you like a kind of a folk bluegrass with a little bit of an edge to it style, man. And then I've been super into K-pop, so I love Twice is my one of my favorite girl groups. And New Jeans, though New Jeans is kind of in a whole situation right now, legally, like with what's happening with their management company. So, like, will they continue to put out music? I don't know, but they're so good. And I do love BTS. How can I not? You know, if you can't, it's hard to like K-pop and not be into BTS. I think they're great. And V is my favorite. He's the hottest one by far.
Kim asked, which Hanson brother did you like?
Taylor, duh. At first it was Zach because he was closer to my age, and then I realized Taylor was super hot. And honestly, like, I still think that he's super hot. He does have like 8 kids now, and it's so weird. But yeah, Taylor.
Now you are living in LA. You are an actor. So, what's the most famous person you've ever met?
Boy. Who have I met that's like legit super famous? There are people who are like famous within, I don't know how famous they are. I met Amy Adams. That's probably the most famous person because I did background on the Muppet movie. For reshoots. They were doing reshoots. So there's this whole part of the Muppet movie that came out that had Jason Segel and Amy Adams in it, where Amy Adams goes to Mel's Diner in Hollywood, and she's there alone, and she has this whole little musical number about how she's like eating by herself or like table for one or something. And they did reshoots for it, and I was background in that. So we have shots of us walking in front of the diner as she walks in, and then I'm sat at a little bar behind her during her musical number. You can only sort of see me, but I met her, and this was a very brief interaction, but I met her because we're walking back and forth, and she's entering the diner for this shot, and I got my timing messed up on my pass when they were walking, and I almost bumped into her in a take.
Oh no.
And I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to be so in trouble because that is bad. You don't interact with the principals when you're in the background. Like, you don't do that. And I felt really bad about it. But then she came up and she was like, I saw you there. I knew. I let it happen. Do not worry. Like, it's totally fine. She was so sweet. And then the director was like, actually loved it. Do you think we could do it again? And of course we could never make it feel right when we were trying to do it.
Oh man.
But she was so nice. I mean, that was just a brief interaction, but yeah.
That's
I actually
awesome.
have technically met Hanson multiple times as well. So.
Did you go to their concerts? Is that what it was?
Oh, I've been to a bunch of their concerts. And in high school, one of my friends won a radio contest to meet them before they sang the national anthem at a baseball game. So we got to go and meet them and take a picture. And I still have that picture somewhere of like 16-year-old me. I'm so skinny. Meeting Hanson, who I said nothing to. Like, literally, I was so starstruck. Like, I went down and I shook their hands. Hi. Took a picture and then left. And our parents were like, what'd you say to them? And I was like, I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, man.
That's so funny. Oh, wait, we're going to end on... Would you prefer to be a mermaid or a unicorn?
What do you think?
I'm gonna say unicorn, just because I don't know if you're... Well, I don't know. You do like to go swimming and hanging out in the pool. So...
That's true.
Yeah. I think you would want hands. So maybe a mermaid.
I do think mermaid is preferable because you still retain some of your, like, human form.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, they got beautiful long hair and nice singing voices, and they get to hang out in the pool. I think mermaid. Yeah. Because if you're a horse, that's cool. You get to run real fast, and you're magical, and you have a horn. But you're also just a horse. Like, that's a real change of existence. You know what I mean? A mermaid, I am still like myself.
Yeah.
So I think mermaid, for sure.
Oh, well, that's also good that you love yourself enough that you want to still be
Thank
human.
you.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
You're more than all right. Why
Oh,
don't
this
you?
was so fun. Amanda,
Yes.
thank you for having me. Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much. And
joining.
what fun questions for the game. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So why
Yeah.
don't you tell everyone where they can find you, what you want to show
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, so the easiest way to find me and what I'm doing is you can find me on YouTube. Just type in the name Paula Deming or Things Get Dicey. It should come up. Or on Twitch, twitch.tv/Paula Deming. Or you can come over to my Instagram, which is under the name Paolo Bandita. So that's actually harder to find. I should probably change that username. But yeah, if you go to any of those places, you'll be able to then find the other things that I'm doing from there.
Yeah, and I'll put the links in the chat or in the description of the video. Kim just said mermaid quilt maker. Are you a quilter? Are you a sewer? No, right?
I knit.
Oh, you knit, but do you
I
crochet?
do knitting. I have crocheted, but my main is knitting. And if I were to crochet again, I would need to relearn how to do it. It's not that hard though. It is easier than knitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started with knitting, so I'm actually knitting something right now that I need to finish. For Monique and Naveen. For their
Oh.
baby, but I need to finish it. I'm
Oh,
not
that's
done
so
with it yet.
cute. Oh yeah, congrats to them. Also,
They're so
happy birthday
cute,
to
yeah.
May-chan and Meeple Lady, whose birthday is today.
Happy birthday! Yay!
Yeah, thank you. We're going to go ahead and raid on to Dungeons and Nipples, who are playing a board game,
Nice.
and send her a lot of love. We're gonna be co-streaming, not this Thursday, not tomorrow. Well, today, not today, but
Fun.
next weekend. Yeah, so next
Fun.
Thursday. So we're gonna start the raid. Thank you again, Paula. This has been so great.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for hanging in there. Thank you for those who watched the VOD. You know, post any questions in the chat if you want to. This is Paula's schedule, if you want to
That's me.
see. Yeah. And then I will be on Friday with a co-stream tomorrow with M Peoples. We're going to be playing on BGA, so come and join us. And then I will be off for in real life playing of games, so I will not be streaming. I know. It's exciting. It's exciting. But thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Stay cool because it is hot over where we
It's
are.
hot.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And tell people you love them and you appreciate them when you see them. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.